So earlier this week, President Obama went off script and off teleprompter. That's a big deal. He added a line to his speech that he thought up himself. It seemed kind of odd when he referred to Republicans and powerful interests as talking about him like a dog. Listen to this.
Our middle class doesn't just survive this crisis. I want it to thrive. I want it to be stronger than it was before. And over the last 2 years, that's meant taking on some powerful interests. Some powerful interests who have been dominating the agenda in Washington for a very long time, and they're not always happy with me. They talk about me like a dog. That's not in my prepared remarks. It's just, but it's true.
That was actually a subtle outreach, a subtle message to his audience, a little code that he's cool. Because the line, it turns out, is actually a lyric from a Jimi Hendrix song called Stone Free. Nobody noticed it, but the subliminal message was passed. I went back and I reviewed every speech Barack Obama has given over the last 3 years to see if he's done that before. And it turns out he's been using these coded lines in many of his speeches. Here's what I dug up. Most people missed these veiled references when he was speaking to troops in Afghanistan earlier this year.
I love soldiers. I have soldiers in my own family. My daddy served in the Army where he lost his right eye, but he flew a flag in our village till the day that he died. Now I know critics will point out that it was a Kenyan flag, but it was a flag. So never forget, I was born in the USA. Yeah, born in the USA. I'm a long gone daddy in the USA. Now, that wasn't in the script. That was my own stuff.
But ABC News' David Wright apparently caught the reference.
If you've never been to an Obama rally before, a word of advice. Go early. Think Springsteen concert.
And then, from one of his speeches last week.
Now, you remember when I was campaigning, I promised pie for everybody?
After 8 years of Bush-McCain economics, the pie is shrinking. And what's left of the pie has been eaten by millionaires and billionaires. Everybody here wants some pie. We want to grow the pie, and then we want a slice of the pie.
The stimulus didn't work. The bailouts were failouts. I know you feel like a Bernie Madoff investor wondering where the billions went. I know you want your pie, but it's all gone. So bye-bye missing American pie. I went down to New Orleans for the Katrina anniversary last week. Had the Secret Service drive my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. But I own Chevy, you know. Actually, all the General Motors, that's mine. That wasn't in the script there, but it's true.
Now, you'll remember when he was on the campaign trail, back when the Jeremiah Wright story was breaking. He had said that he sat down front row with Jeremiah Wright for 20 years, and he named the book Audacity of Hope after Jeremiah Wright's sermon. He described him sort of as a father figure to him. And during an interview, he discussed a conversation he had with Reverend Wright. Listen closely for the veiled reference.
Reverend Wright called me to discuss the controversy. He asked what I wanted him to do, and I told him, let me be clear. Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep. We used to have a church, though, when he did preach. Well, let me tell you, he'd get to hooting and hollering, cussing Whitey, and the choir would join in, and the colored girl said, do, 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 do. Again, not in the script. That was me.
And then, just a couple of days ago, after returning from vacation to Martha's Vineyard, Obama gave a speech to a reunion of Acorn crackheads.
People don't understand what it's like to be the president. Sometimes I feel like, it's hard out here for a pimp. You ain't knowing. When he's trying to get his money for the rent, you ain't knowing. For the Cadillacs and the gas money spent, you ain't knowing. Now, that funky fresh rhyme, that was my own right there.